we are going to the next presenter, Pak Muhammad Fikri Haekal from University of Indonesia.
Yes, Mr.
Pak Muhammad Fikri, please.
Okay,
the time is yours.
Yeah, let me share my screen. I already shared my screen.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Muhammad Fikri Haekal from University of Indonesia. On this occasion, I would like to present my research with title Stress Emotion Evaluation in Battle Royale game by using Electroencephalogram. The background itself from this research are there is shifting about video game nowadays. It is from personal computer and console to mobile devices, shown by the revenue per device, where revenue of mobile device increase every year. Mobile device has one benefit, that is portability, so everyone can play games anywhere whenever they like. So we need to be aware having confidence like this can have devastating effect, which may increase the risk for addictive behavioral. Main function of playing game is for entertainment. As one example, can reduce stress, do cognitive fatigue after work. But there are several genres of games that can increase stress on players, so the players become stressed and aggressive. In addition, player experience also become a factor, can make the player behave aggressive. Example, when someone fails to become an expert in a game, these situations can cause frustration to the players. So the objective of this research is to evaluate stress level when playing video games using an ergonomic approach to find out events in the game that cause increased stress on the player. Electroencephalogram measurements were carried on 18 to 25 years old player, where there are 10 respondents, 5 experienced players, and 5 beginners players. Electroencephalogram is an invasive method that is widely used to explore brain activity. This research using electroencephalogram wearable emotive Epoch Plus that has 16 channels. Channels that being used are FC5, FC6, O1, and O2. The stimuli of this research is we're using one of Battle Royale games on mobile device. It is PlayerUnknown Battleground Mobile that has rules of play. This game has to be has a goal to be the last person. Each player will control one character. The playing area of the match will continue to shrink as the phase progresses. There are 9 phases in one game that can be categorized 3 major stages. As described on the table, the 3 major stages are early game, mid game, and late game. The data obtained through the direct observation is electroencephalogram data, and the output of this observation is raw data with extension EDF recorded by the emotive touch band software, which will be processed into power band data using MATLAB software with the following process. The first process is bandpass filter, where removing frequency outside the frequency of human brainwaves that are between 0 to 30 Hz. And the next process is phase-Fourier transform, where categorizing brainwaves based on their frequency. But in this research, the waves used only theta, alpha, and beta. And the next process is power spectral density measurement, where waves that have been grouped based on their frequency are measured by power of the waves. So we can see on the table result 1 of the participant power, its channels, and its wave. For band power measurement will be more explained in this slide. Band power measurement and data is the integration of PSD value obtained from the theta, alpha, beta is carried out. The power data obtained will be processed in several ways as follows. Average wave power beta, beta asymmetry waves value contained in the EEG, alpha beta ratio, and theta beta ratio. These 3 indicators will be used for analyze the result after calculated using ANOVA. We can see on the table example of the average power band data of experienced player. So this is the hypothesis that used in this research were used for experienced and beginner respondent, both first month or second month for all the 3 indicators. where HO there is a different value, and H1 there is different value on the three indicators. Here's the result of experienced respondents where all indicator has p-value below 0.05 except average beta power for first map. And here's the result of beginner respondent where all indicators has p-value below 0.05. So from the table, it can be seen that both beginners and player experience stress because of p-value of each indicator below 0.05 shown. However, player respondents have high level of stress only when the games enter phase 2 or mid-game, and beginner respondents have increased stress level at all three phases. By that, we can make a conclusion seen from the average beta power value. Giving first map with a slow pace and large game area to the respondent doesn't have a significant difference in value to the stress level of experienced player. However, it gives a significant impact on the stress of level of beginners players. In contrast from the first map, second map is given with a faster phase and smaller game area for respondent, having a significant difference in the level of stress for both group of respondents. Seen from the beta wave asymmetry, giving first map to the respondent has a significant difference in the level of stress to experienced player and beginners. The same results also occurs in the second map, but players are more able to control stress than beginner. Seen from alpha, beta, and theta beta ratio, giving first map to the respondent has significant difference in the level of stress to experienced player and beginners. The same result also occur in the second map, but experienced player and are more able to control stress than beginners. So that's all for my research presentations. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Pak Muhammad Fikri, for the presentation. If I will open the session for question and answer. So I will open the discussion. If anyone have question, please write on the chat. So Pak Muhammad Fikri, based on your EEG, right?
EEG, right.
Okay. So I want to know, is there any difference between the alpha, theta, and beta distribution for the signal when you do the observation with or do the measurement with the EEG?
For the observation itself, the waves is not we cannot see the waves for real, but it's in the process when we translate the result of EEG data. So from that data, it translates to for each wave. It's based on their frequency map.
So your result only calculate between the ratio between alpha, beta, and
yes,
beta.
because in the previous research, they tell that beta we can use beta waves to know people becomes are stressed or not, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Now we have a question from Ivan Kurniawan. Thank you for the presentation. Each type of game, for example, action, arcade, RTS, may give significant impact and might result in different findings from your research. Different games, it will have the different result, or it will be the same as the game?
In the previous research is using mobile games, so from that the previous result and my result is very different. So I think if we use another genre of game, so the result will be different.
Thank you. Another question from Felicia. Thank you for the presentation. Is all the respondents are all in the same age? Because I believe that different age has different response of stress to things and may affect the result. What is your opinion?
So yeah, before I collect the data, I tell them to get enough sleep. So I tell them for in rest in good mood when come to me. So I tell them to not. So I tell them to get enough sleep. Don't eat a caffeine or something like that. So so I reduce to affect many things that affect the result.
Okay. Next question. Thank you. Next question. Do female and male gamers show significantly different results compared to each other? And would you recommend companies and other professional institutions to offer gaming as a way to distress?
I don't know if gender has shown significant different, because my research is only use male for the respondent, but and I read about previous research that they say there is a different result from male and female. And would you recommend companies then? Yeah. So for my research, for the company who produce battle royale games, so they can give adjustment in the game where maybe the time they reduce the time, or maybe they reduce the treat for the player. Maybe it's like that, man.
Okay, thank you. So your research is only for one type of game, mobile. So it will be different between the result will be different between the mobile,
the other genre of
gamers, yes, and using laptop.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any question from the audience?
My research is not it is not seen, and my research is not far like that. What nutrition or something like that. So sorry, I can give the answer. And duration could affect the result. Yes, the duration could affect the result. So that's why in my research I only use for a game. It's It's for 30 minutes, I think. So every respondent have a same length of duration.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Thank you, Pak Muhammad Fikri, for the presentation.